Section 7.2, Example 5 on page 519, we have up to this point you have worked with rational bases. However, exponential functions can have irrational bases as well. One important irrational base is the number e. The graph of y equals 1 plus 1 over x to the x power has an asymptote at y equals e, or y is about 2.71828. We have a table of values that represents this function. If we plug in 1, we get y equals 2. If we plug in 10, we get y is about 2.594. If you plug in 100, you get y is about 2.7. If you plug in 1,000, you get y is about 2.717. And it gets closer and closer to 2.71828, but it will never touch it. So as x approaches infinity, the graph approaches the value e. Natural base exponential functions are exponential functions with a base e. These functions are useful for describing continuous growth or decay. Exponential functions with base e have the same properties as other exponential functions. Example 5 says, how can you use a graphing calculator to evaluate e cubed? There are 3 different methods we can use on a graphing calculator, and we can use all 3 of them on Desmos as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just show you the next slide that has the 3 methods written out from the book. So method 1 is to use the e to the x key on your calculator. So your calculator has a button that looks like this, and after you press it, you'll press 3 to get e to the third, so e to the caret 3, kind of like how you would type it on the computer. And then you'd close the parentheses and hit enter, and you'll get the value 20.08553692. You can also use a graph. So if you graph y equals e to the x, you can find the value x equals 3, and it'll give you that exact same y value. The third way is to use the table for y equals e to the x. So at your y equals, you would put e to the x, look at the table, and then you can go to the value of 3, and again, it'll give you the 20.086. All 3 of these are options you can also do on Desmos. So now I would like you to try number 8. Use the graph of y equals e to the x to evaluate each expression to 4 decimal places. We have e to the 6th.